Evening all. So here we go. Some more, I guess, conversation really today around Planetary Conquest. So it's actually only what 6 days away, 5 days away. It's getting close. So there's a new dev blog up. I don't know if you've seen it. You should probably check it out if you have an interest in Planetary Conquest. So let's just have a quick discussion around that. Basically, pretty much 14:01. That's like the minute downtime is finished and you can log on. It's likely that most of the districts will be assaulted and taken because obviously they're not owned currently. So that's pretty much the step one of this whole process. Step two is then a minute later, effectively, or a second later. A corporation can then launch an attack on recently claimed districts. So, the Unholy Legion maybe takes a district, then somebody wants to attack us, they can attack us the minute after that's enabled. However, it doesn't then mean that that battle is going to take place relatively soon. It means that to be honest, it means that there's going to be 2 clone respawns before any first battle. So that's quite a big deal because it means that you're not going to have this situation where maybe you kind of pile, I don't know, 80 clones or something in, or 150 clones in. You are going to have 2 full cycles of recloning. So that means it's going to be a bit more of an efficient battle, let's say. You can have a bit more chance. But I'm loving it. I think it's going to sound really cool. I think it's going to be a whole new way to play Dust, let's face it. Currently, I think everybody's really bored of instant battle. Instant battle's good. It's good for the old ISK and all that. But the concept, I think, of playing this game with friendly fire on, I think, really, really excites me because, I've always lived in, deep space generally in Eve, and therefore, it is a difficult, dangerous place to live. So I love the fact that you can basically, you can actually cause damage to your own team. It's going to mean a massive amount of trolling, and it's going to mean a massive amount of internal struggle because, let's say you've got a prototype worth 120k, and some douche drops an orbital on you, or somebody grenades you by mistake. You know what I mean? It's going to end in some delicious drama. So I'm sure I'm going to get shot in the back of the head many, many times, and I'm already looking forward to it. But I think certainly it's going to make a whole new way of playing the game, is because you're going to have this different way of, or rather a different style of playing Dust. I think it's going to be a bit more tactical. It's going to certainly be a huge amount more interesting, because I think currently there's very, can get a bit boring, these instant battles. And I think with the ability to actually fight and defend a district, to fight for a reason, I think it's going to be pretty cool. So I would say this is something that everybody should get involved with. Again, if you're a smaller corp, don't be afraid to give this a go. I think you might be surprised how you can defend a district. I think, it just depends how active your corp is. If you have a corp of, say, 30 people, then chances are you're going to be able to defend something against most people. But again, it really comes down to, it's not necessarily who wins the battle, it will be who wins the war. And I think, it doesn't matter if you bring 16 prototypes continually to the first battle and win. If they just keep coming at you, and then if you take the district and then they just keep assailing it, eventually it's just not going to be worth your while keeping certain districts. I think the attrition piece is quite an important one not to ignore here, because quite frankly, you could be just costed out of the district just by a constant flow of attacks. So it's something to really consider, because I think a lot of people are saying, well, I'm pro, I'm elite, I'm brilliant at this game, and I'm just going to dominate. Well, no, because the problem is that your ego is going to get tarnished with this game. I guarantee you that. Eve is a hard time. Even if you're the best player, the PvPer in the world, you're going to get stomped, because it's not about the kind of longevity of it. It's actually about, or rather it's more about how capable you are at sustaining a fight. So to have that in consideration, because I think there's going to be a lot of people who are just going to launch into district warfare with all prototype stuff, all massive expensive gear, and after about the 6th or 7th battle, because your foe keeps bringing clones to your district, it is going to be like that. They're just going to keep coming because ISK is easy in this game. Eventually it's just not going to be worth your while to try and hold on to that district. And conversely, it could also be a tactic to keep a district, is you can just keep piling clones onto it. That is, I think, a valid tactic. So it's going to be interesting. I think we're going to have a real kind of challenge around this. Plus, particularly when you think about the way to win the match is obviously by exhausting clones. So yeah, winning the MCC battle means that the defender automatically loses 150 clones. Well, that's particularly good, yes, but it also means that defense is a lot easier than offense in this game. Let's not forget that. And it probably costs a lot less ISK to defend than it does to attack. I firmly believe that. If you disagree, post in the comments, because I think you can defend with snipers, you can defend with forge guns, and they can be relatively inexpensive fits, whereas to attack successfully you're going to need lodges, you're going to need good quality gear basically to force the issue. But who knows? I think it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. It's going to be a totally new generation of gaming for us. And I don't know if you get skill points and ISK from it. I would probably suspect you don't, because that's massively open to exploit. But I can't wait. I really think it's going to be, opening the game wonderfully. And I just think it's going to be cool. I think certainly when it comes to as well the way that the corps are going to operate, our little kind of concept of an alliance really starts to kick in now, because again it's just about having a body of people. Because if can you imagine every day, POS warfare, let me just explain POS warfare. That's in EVE, where you had towers that basically they used to signify your ownership of the system. Thankfully they don't anymore, but there's now structures that do that. Anyway, long story short, basically these structures have a reinforcement timer exactly like the districts do. So it means that you basically have to be online at a particular point to defend them. Now, that's fine. For EVE players who are pretty hardcore at this, then, that's kind of accepted that they are going to spend, 12 hours on an operation to defend their space, because it means something to them. The challenge here, I think, is with Dust, it's a more casual game, at least it seems to be. So, I can't imagine a corporation wanting to have, the same, kind of assault team on, every day at particularly, 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever it may be. You can dictate that timer, but I just know it's going to cause a bit of drama. But anyway, we'll see how that rolls out. I think with Planetary Conquest, I think you're kind of running out of time. If you're thinking of doing this solo, then good luck to you. If you want to join up the alliance and then fight on and have access to our resources and our culture and whatever, then just sign up and come talk to us, and we'll get something rolling. But if not, then I salute you, and we're probably going to be fighting you at some point in Planetary Conquest, and I think it'd be fun. So at the end of the day, always try and enjoy it. I think there's going to be a lot of drama, there's going to be a lot of hurt prides from this new gaming mode, because you are going to effectively lose an income. You're going to lose quite an important piece, and I just get the feeling that this is maybe also opening the door to real money trading as well. So I'm a bit worried about that, but we'll certainly keep an eye on that. But there we go. Interesting kind of futures coming, and I think certainly now is the time to get involved and to get your court ready. Anyway, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Some, pretty much shotgun montage once again. Just a shout out again, we've got a Twitter channel. Please come follow me on CEO Pyrex. And also we have a Facebook channel. Please come and like us. Like.squadb. I say it all helps out. And hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.